Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our episode or to our section of the episode which is called the Mejlis or the Majlis, and that means in our language is where we gather to have general talks casually, and that's what we do here always. Today my guest will be Signor Selvator from Old School Garage. He's joined me from the main stage while they interrupted them building their Eleanor Mustang. I would like to welcome you with us, Senor.
Thank you very much, and I'm really happy to stay here with you.
This what we do usually in our Majlis. Of course, I bring guests and I don't brief them what we are going to talk about. I tell them it's always general, and it is general, but we go deeper into their experience about motorsports, about cars, about their life, about their jobs. So you, as representing Old School Garage with us here, you and Luca, of course. Luca in Italian, you in English.
Yeah.
So we would like you to share your experience with us first of all. Before we start that part of it, tell us, who is Selvator?
Salvatore is actually a mechanic, and he loves US cars and classic cars. And what he does every day is to restore classic cars and to bring in your regional state of the car. So this is my mission and this is my job, and I really love it.
So that is Senor Selvator, is a classic car rebuilder and passionate about Ford Mustangs, I would say.
Yeah, of course.
Mostly Ford Mustangs. You do other things also with motorsport. Can you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah, me and Luca, we had experience in NASCAR as a mechanic. That is really a great experience that make us growing as professional, because it's a challenging environment, and you have no time. You always are in rush, and the deadline are really shorter. So we have the habit to work with deadlines. So that make us really real fast and precise in our job.
Okay, so how long you've been doing this, not the motorsport, the classic car rebuilds, how long you've been doing that?
Luca more than me. For me, there are 5 years. So before I was a manager, I had a completely different life. I traveled all over the world, and but then I decided to change my life to follow my passion, and I started with this job with success till now. And I continue every day with new challenge. And as I told you a few days ago, the new project that they are waiting me when I come back to Italy. They are really hard project. And also for Luca began before than me. And also the same, Luca is focused on US car and classic cars in general.
So in this case, what were you doing before? So what is your original profession? That's an interesting question, I think.
Yes, I was a manager in a multinational company. It was an American company, and for IT and engineering consultancy. So it was a completely different job, but my passion was always the car. And to my friends, I started to set up cars, to rebuild engines, only for friends. But by the time, I saw in myself that professional. So I wanted to change my life, and then I decided in 2012 to change my life, to leave that job and to start my own job. So that was.
That's very interesting shift in life.
Yeah.
How did you see it? Now, to come from IT background, okay, it's passion. It's also for me the same. I do a job and I'm also very passionate about cars, and we do the builds also ourselves. But to do this shift in a career perspective, would you recommend people to do it if they have the same passion?
If they have the same passion and they want to start from scratch, to learn everything, yes, I can, I do it. But they must follow also people that they know more than them, so they can learn every day they must take from them, and then you, day by day, you grow up. Yeah, for sure.
Tell us about Old School Garage, and you chosen to start with them because you're friend with Luca.
Yes, me and Luca, we are brothers, more than friends.
More than friends, you're brothers.
We have two companies, and we all, most of the time we work together. He comes to Turin, or I go to where he live in Pordenone, where he live Luca, and we build some cars together because we need each other, the experience of the others. So we do this few times in the year. I have Octane's Garage. I am the owner with my owner Giovanni that I greet now, and Luca is Old School Garage. When there was this chance to come here, Luca called me immediately, and I said, yes, we go. We do it together, because this is a really challenge project, really challenge project, and I know that with Luca and the team we can do it.
So you said you have your own company,
Yeah.
which is not Old School Garage.
No, Octane's Garage.
Octane's Garage. So what's your speciality in Octane's?
It's the same as Old School Garage, US car and classic car restoration.
US.
Yes, and there is something more, because my partner, it is Giovanni, is really an expert on turbo engines and also modern engines. So with him we can do something a little different than the others. So with his experience, we can do something more like upgrade on turbos, build some cars for drifting and so on. So.
You built some cars for drifting?
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, we are in the beginning of this. We are. I don't want to say we do it, because now we have a car on stage. We finished just the upgrade of the turbo, I think, one day before to come here.
Which car is it?
It's a Ford Mustang.
Same classic body or
It's
new
a
shape?
new Ford Mustang.
Okay.
It's the sixth generation. It's a 2.3 EcoBoost, and we are pointing to with the stock engine. So without to change the engine, we are pointing to 450 horsepower at rear wheel.
Okay. Do you have a big championship in Italy for drifting?
No,
So,
it's starting to go up.
so where do you go? You go with King of Europe, I guess. King of Europe series with Mike and
Yes.
the other.
But they are a bigger contest. I think there is a one in here in Italy, but I don't know I'm not in the drift
There
world.
is an Italian drift championship in Italy. I can assure you that. I know about it. What's the
okay.
name of the driver?
The driver is Claudio Passarella.
Claudio Passarella. I think I heard the name somewhere.
Yeah,
before.
but he likes really to do drift.
Okay, I'm a drifter myself, so I get to know the guys quite a lot. Okay, so how did you see that new Mustang with the EcoBoost engine and a 450 horsepower on that stock long block? So no head gaskets.
The stock is on the dyno is 257, 58, 60 horsepower. Not that much, because they rate the car as a 317 horsepower, but is engine horsepower. But the real horsepower on the wheels is 260 horsepower. So we jumped from that, and we have to jump to 450 horsepower at rear wheel.
Okay, and do you think it's enough? Do you think the car has enough power for drifting, or you think
Yes,
it's only
but-
good for beginners?
No. Now with the 317 horsepower, it do drift really good. But now it needs more power. But with the stock engine, you can go over 400, 420 horsepower. The risk to break the engine is really high.
Where is the weak point in the EcoBoost? Is it the internal as a connecting rod, or?
Yes, because it's made like a street car, so it's made by.
We call it, it's made of plastic.
Parts, but yeah.
Made of plastic.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say this, but yes, it's a good engine. It's a new evolution of the EcoBoost, but it's not so strong that you can you can charge horsepower. Then you have also the drivetrain, because if the engine can hold that power, then you have the problem on the drivetrain.
Transmission and differential and drive shafts. And
yes,
axle.
our experience in race, our experience in motorsports gave us the possibility, the chance to solve some problems on the new Mustang. We were the first in the world, I can say, that we solved definitely the problem of the drive shaft vibration. Is something that makes crazy all over the world, all the people that owns the Mustang.
Can you reveal it, or is it
No,
a secret?
I don't do.
You cannot tell us.
No.
Okay.
I tell you, I've done something on Facebook by mask everything, and with my partner we have done definitely, and also the vibration on the Toyota engines. I can say that is a simple approach. It's really simple approach that we used to solve the problem.
So I think you're gonna get very busy after this talk because, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to solve your vibrations in your Mustangs, either EcoBoost or Kyoto engine, Octane Garage in Italy is your source. Not in America, not anywhere in Asia.
No.
It's in Europe and it's in Italy, to be precise, Turin. So I can guide you there on Google Maps. You can find it. It's Octane Garage. So okay, that's really interesting. Tell us a little bit more about the European NASCAR that you
Wow,
participate
European
in.
NASCAR is
American.
really amazing. I can tell you, because just like the NASCAR, the philosophy is to keep it for everybody, because the NASCAR was born as a sport for everyone with stock cars. By the time it's been modified, okay, for for the show and for all, but continues to be a familiar sport. When you go on the paddock, when you stay on the track, you feel like everybody is your brother. There is a competition, but within the competition, all the teams, if there is a problem, they help each other. If there is a problem, you go with a colleague, like I go with Luca and we solve the problem. If there is something you miss, you go to speak with a colleague. And then also between the drivers, there is really fair play. They really are friends. So this is a pure sport. We really like it. The only things I don't like is too short.
It's too short?
Yeah, there
How
are
long?
only 6 events during the year, from the end of March till October, half of October. But they are concentrated because you have 2 races in the weekend, race 1 and race 2. And there are 3 standings, Elite 1, Elite 2 and Elite 3, maybe Elite 3 the next year.
Okay, so it was not Elite 3, but now maybe they will introduce Elite
No,
3.
the last year was an experiment.
Okay.
But I think that next year will be
In few months it will start.
yeah, in few months.
In few months I will
Yeah,
start,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we
The-
talked
the
about
fir-
that I might be coming to one of them in September.
Yes, of course, in Italy maybe,
In
Francia
Italy.
Corta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
The first one will be Valencia.
Valencia.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. It only takes part in Italy, or it goes also to other European countries?
Not last year, 2 years ago, yes, abroad. Last year only in Italy.
Only in Italy.
Yeah, because of the job. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And also we wanted to start to build our team, but we were not in time to find sponsors to start with the car, so we missed the race.
It always happens. It's racing. It never ends. You will keep racing. Everybody will keep racing till.
Yes, but also you can start during the season. No? There's no problem.
So it's not like a must
No,
to
no.
start from the beginning.
You have a maximum number of the car each year. Is 28, the maximum of the car. If there are 26 and you want to start in the middle of the season, you can do it.
Okay. Let me change the subject here a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the projects that you accept and you build in Octane Garage,
Yeah.
or even with Luca in Old School
Yeah.
Garage. So tell me, what is the most challenging project that you came across?
The next project.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell
because
us about it.
we will take a 5th generation of Mustang Shelby GT 500, and we will put on that car a 1976 Mustang. We will keep all the structure of the new Mustang, but all the shape and all the body parts will be of 1967. So you must imagine that we have to resize the car to fit all the body parts of the 1967 Mustang.
Let me ask you, isn't it similar chassis?
No, it's not similar chassis.
It's
No.
not similar
It
chassis.
is not so different, but it's not so far from the new Mustang. The only thing that we have to fit is the length of the car, because the new Mustang is a little bit longer than the old one. But if you cut and you put before the chassis and the part of the body next to the new Mustang, then you can arrange everything. It's challenging for that thing.
Is it challenging from the prospect of engineering embedding both cars together, or is it challenging from the time consumption that it needs?
Well, first of all, from engineering part, because you have to make it right. So that's a really the big part, because to cut is easy, and the problem is when you assemble everything that you must be completely straight. Time consuming, yes, it depends on how many people will be involved on the project, only on that. But we don't know yet because we didn't plan this.
It's still subject to planning now. Yeah?
Yes. The project is well defined, but the team that will participate on the project is not has been decided.
Okay, Signor Salvatore, and how do you like your visit so far to Abu Dhabi? Is it your first time?
Yes, it's my first time, and I didn't imagine it was so huge. I thought in my mind that it was smaller, but it's really huge. And you know, I'm 30 minutes from here, where I stay. So I thought, when I saw, you know, on Google Maps, I thought to walk by. Really.
Okay.
It was a stupid thought, but I said, okay, we can go by walking. In fact, it's really huge, and it's really completely clean. It's completely, really, it's a stunning city, really.
And how do you like the weather?
Don't tell me. I come from the south of Italy.
Okay.
So for me, sun and sea, it's all. So
And it's all sun and sea here, and I think cool breeze as well.
yeah, now in Italy, yes, it's
Do you
really
think it's cold a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, there is excursion from the morning, but no, it's not so cold.
It's not so cold because
No.
we are freezing, by the way.
No.
For
not
us,
so
it's
cold.
really cold.
I come from 3 degrees, 2 degrees. So for me, this is summer.
Okay. Okay. How do you? What do you like most about our Wathba Custom Show? You've traveled around, and if you are a car enthusiast.
Yes.
And have you seen something like this ever before?
No, I didn't never see something like that organized in this way, all in one place, and it's not so big that the people lost themselves to see the things. The things are concentrated, even in a big place, and you can see from classic restoration to turbo upgrades in all one place.
And you were surprised to be asked to judge the first day you came in.
I was very surprised.
And what do you think about it? The cars that you've seen?
Well, they have a great creativity, really great, and I saw some things really new. There was a guy that made his car start the engine by phone, and then controlling the child in the car, and then that didn't let to close the doors and close the windows, and so the IR system on a Nissan Patrol, never saw in my life.
Yeah,
and
we have
also
some
big
creative
engines, and also I like it really much is that the people made all the parts here in the shop and here in this contest in a short time. That's really beautiful.
10 days.
10 days.
You
10
see
days.
how the cars look now.
Yeah,
You will see them in 10 days. You will
10
be
days.
here and you will be judging those guys also for the final round. This is a V8 turbo and it's a big challenge. They need 1,800 horsepower to achieve on the dyno to get the full 50 points. That's
it's really
a lot.
hard, huh? Really hard.
They can only use stock GM
Block.
block and
Only
stock
turbo upgrade.
stock GM block. They can upgrade the internals.
Ah, okay.
Okay, they can sleeve it if they
Okay,
want. So There are room for improvement, but the block itself, the actual block, has to be a stock GM block.
Okay.
And the head itself has to be a stock GM head. So if it's a GM, maybe you have a Jeep there as well, so it has to be a stock block also. And a stock head. They can modify it, port it and polish it. They can use forged internals if they want. It's how they build the criteria.
Okay. But it's really challenging, huh?
It's very challenging. Some people have bought new turbos. I was looking at them, 76 precision double ball bearing turbos, 2 of those. On an LS. So, and he says, I want 1,500. That's my target. I don't want the 1,800, but 1,500 is my target, and I will try to do that. And we have people saying 1,800, no problem.
Okay,
so,
we'll see.
And I said, yeah,
I'm curious.
Of course, we'll see. Well, the cameras will cover it every day, so yeah, we'll definitely see how that's gonna go. Signor Selvator, would you like to say a few words for the crowds who's watching us about our event?
Sorry, I didn't catch you?
Would you like to tell the people who are watching how is our event? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I would say really come here to visit, because apart the people that is really friendly and welcome you in the best way they can do, you will see really something that normally you see on TV. But now this is not a reality show. The cars are not made in one episode. There is people that stay in the morning and in the night working, and you will see really how is it to work with blood on your hands.
With real blood?
With real bloods on your hand, and when you have to take decision in a short time, you see real in this contest. It's really beautiful.
Thank you very much for the nice words, Senor Selvator.
Really
and ladies and gentlemen, that was our episode for today. We thank Mr. Selvator for joining us in our Majlis, and see you tomorrow in a fresh and a new episode. Have a good night.